thing back. Get to the net, end the point.
You are a servant volleyer. You love that grass. Well, we are about ready to go right here as Agassi takes some warm-up serves. A closer look at Andre.
Now, in the best shape of his life, 32 years old. I should say 32 years young, really.
He'll be 33 on the 29th of April, just a couple days away.
Powerfully built. Las Vegas's most famous citizen. And no, nothing against Wayne Newton, but I really think Andre Agassi is the man now. He does so many great things for that city, so many great things in tennis. And you can see he's only surrendered, well, I guess, geez, it's only 9 games. I thought it was 10.
Amazing.
He has really put it together against some of the young European players. Is it 10, 2, 4, 8, 9? That's still a good week no matter how you add it up for Andre Agassi. He's well rested and he is ready to go. He's fresh.
Agassi in the best shape of his career. He takes on 20-year-old Andy Roddick, 6'2", 190 pounds, and Roddick certainly looks awfully fit to me. I saw him in there shooting hoops right before this match started.
Yeah, he's really feeling good being here in Houston, and again, so confident on this particular court. A good start to the year, and here he is, just 20 years old and already 6th in the world. He has so much tennis ahead of him.
As Roddick warms up that huge serve, we will see if it's effective today. It certainly has been throughout the week. A couple of easy matches at the start, not really easy against Paul Goldstein, the former Stanford All-American. And then those last two, pretty tight.
Yeah, Meligeni, a very experienced clay courter. That was his toughest match. And then in the semifinals, Olivier Moutis, the Frenchman, and one bad set from Roddick in that semi, but he got stronger as the match went on, and I think that's why I say he's willing to accept the physical challenge. He is very fit and looking strong, and talk about looking fit.
Well, he was here last year. There you see the former president of the United States, George Bush, with his very solid wife.
Barbara Bush, looking beautiful as ever.
I think they're both pretty big tennis fans.
Yeah,
They were here early.
Well, I know that Bjorn Borg was a great friend of his, and Bjorn and some other players would often go to the White House and play tennis on the White House court with George Bush Sr.
Look at this surface. It's the red clay, imported incidentally by Jim McInvale, the promoter and owner of this great facility, right from Paris, France. It is the identical surface that's used at the French Championships. Prize money of $380,000. The defending champion going for his 3rd title, Andy Roddick, who gets a big hand as he steps up to serve in the first game of the first set. We are ready to roll. Best of 3 for the title. Champagne tables on both ends of the court, and both players now making sure that their vision is good from behind the court. Oh, and it's a let. Called a let. There's an automatic net caller on top of that net down there. No net court judge. It's done electronically. Right back with another big serve.
50.
Our umpire, Norm Christ, one of the most consistent and experienced umpires on the tour. It's going to go long. 15 all. It's really going to be fun to watch the return of serve by Agassi, the best in the business against maybe the best server.
Yeah, that's a matchup that Roddick is going to have to find a way to win.
That court. Oh, and Agassi gets the break. The ball just dies as it hits that net.
Now, this is a large slice of luck for the world's #1.
Andre's saying to himself, hey, everything seems to be going my way. Not that time. Right down the center, 132 miles per hour, ace number 2.
You know, and that's the kind of tennis Roddick's going to have to deliver today.
Yeah.
He's going to have to serve well when he's in trouble.
Too good. Roddick unloads on that forehand. Number 3 for Andy Roddick. A big start for the 20-year-old defending champion. 3 service aces that lasted 131 miles per hour.
Yeah, and that's a good confident start. And you can see this shows you just how much tennis Roddick has played here this week. Look at the time he has spent on the court, almost twice as much as Agassi, and also 4 hours of doubles. He lost in the doubles semifinals with his partner Marty Fish, so he has invested a lot of time and energy on this court. Will he have enough left to get by here in the final?
Mark Knowles, Nestor winning the doubles just before we got underway out here today. They decided to play the doubles championship before the singles, and a huge crowd turned out for it. Roddick going for it all in that first return. 15-love. It's a fault. Oh, a deep return from Roddick catches Agassi.
And I was down on the court before the match, and there's a bit of wind here today. There is a breeze, which is some relief in this oppressive heat. But conditions will be tricky as a result, and we didn't have that much wind yesterday. Certainly more today.
It's over the baseline. He gets an error from Agassi, and Roddick now with an early opportunity, 15-30.
And that's the kind of length I think Roddick needs on his ground strokes. There's Darren Cahill on the right, Andre Agassi's coach.
Former great Australian player.
See, that's what's going to happen when Agassi can step up and play a short ball on the rise. Roddick is going to be doing a lot of running. And there is Roddick's corner, Tariq Benabiles. Very solid player in his own right, back when he played the tour in the 80s.
Frenchman. Ooh, just over that service line. Agassi, who came into yesterday's semi with 27 consecutive service holds. He had not been broken, only got broken once. That's long. I think that's maybe an overlooked fact of Agassi's game, Leaf, that his serve and the way he holds it on any surface is very, very strong.
Yeah, that's something he's really improved upon in the last couple of years. That's why he's getting the results he's having, because he always has had the great service return.
And a fault. See. Big second serve down the middle, kind of surprised Roddick, but Andy got over there quickly. It's deuce. A bit of a bad bounce on a high ball to his backhand, and now Andre with a chance to hold. The tape, and Agassi holds. We are at 1 game all. First set. Last night, Andre Agassi regained the #1 ranking in the world. And he became the oldest player ever with that title. But guess what? Back in 1983, Connors was right there.
Yeah, that was certainly some special moments for all these players late in their careers to be the best at their sport. What a moment it was last night. The crowd just bathing him in glory. It was really a wonderful moment, really something to be treasured.
Good deep shot from Roddick. Open court. There's that big forehand.
Well, you know, I really see Roddick's game growing in so many ways. He set this forehand up with his backhand. And again, he can generate pace even when it's above his shoulder.
Solid serve down the middle, 124 miles per hour, 30-love. Oh, miss hit. A good change of pace from Roddick. He's mixing that serve up well.
Yeah, this is truly a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Andy Roddick is stepping up to serve. You know he's going to deliver some heat. good example there of what Agassi can do with that high bouncing serve. And he doesn't let it get up high. He takes it so early, hits it before it gets up too high. So strong, this man.
And another high bouncer, and Roddick holds in the third game of the first set. Stay with us. We're in Houston at the Westside Tennis Club. 2-1 Andy Roddick, first set. 2-1 here in Houston as Andy Roddick has held both times on his own serve, going for his third U.S. clay court title. Agassi to serve now, fourth game, first set. That's wide. Agassi off to a little shaky start.
Impressive start to the year. But today he's missing a couple of ground strokes here and there.
That was his 7th unforced error. Leave to no winners, and Roddick's already had 5 winners and only 7 unforced. So stats are on Roddick's side at the moment. Nice little drop volley from Agassi. I'll tell you, when he comes in, he rarely misses. He picks his moments.
Now well, look at where he's standing. I mean, he's inside the baseline, so it's not that long a trip to the net. I mean,
15 all. No. Taking a big chance on that second serve return.
You know what? I think it's a good chance. You know, he's got time on that shot. He's getting a feel for what he can do with that particular play. You've seen him go down the line. That time he played the off backhand.
And it may be the best time in the point where he has a little advantage on the second serve return.
Well, that might be evidence of those swirling winds. Roddick just did not look comfortable playing that ball. It's really a half step away. Tricky conditions out there today.
Yeah, wind a little swirly. And Agassi holds. We are at 2 games all. First set. The Best Damn Sports Show period presents the 24th Annual Sports Emmy Awards. Join host Joe Buck with special appearances by Michael Strahan, Hall of Famers Dr. J, Don Shula, and many more. The 24th Annual Sports Emmy Awards tonight, following tennis on the East Coast and everywhere else at 6 p.m. local on Fox Sports Net.
Oftentimes in this kind of wind, Agassi hits the ball with power and pace, so he can literally hit through the wind. I think he's still finding his range.
Look out. Agassi will get it, and he does. He just lifts that ball up the line. A very dangerous shot against Agassi.
Yeah, it was a great tactic from Roddick. I mean, he's got a fairly easy shot here. He just misplays it. Certainly a good chance to win the point. So he'll learn from that.
Roddick down the center, ace number 4, 131 miles per hour. He's going to need plenty of those today. Ooh, dropped in. Look out. It's good. And that is unbelievable tennis from Agassi. Great defense, Lee. He scrambled.
Well, this is why Agassi is so great. He's put in the work off court, and it shows on how he moves when he's on court. And you add to that the many facets of his game. And here's the topspin lob, brushing up quickly up the back of the ball.
Second serve now, big points here, 5th game. Wow. Roddick with a second serve that just bounds away. It's good.
Agassi getting the better of that rally.
Former President Bush enjoying the action. It's deuce. Ace number 5, 134 miles per hour. Roddick up the center.
And you can see Roddick has grown in stature and he's just stronger looking. All the work he has put in off court really paying off too.
And ace number 6. Roddick on a roll. Stay with us. We're in Houston.
Great shot. I guess that's why you're a 5-time Grand Slam champion. How'd you do it?
You know, I've always used Wood Forest National Bank as my inspiration.
Used a bank to help you play tennis?
You see, I studied how hard Wood Forest works on their great service, and they've even helped me use the net to my advantage.
The net?
Yeah, everywhere I travel, I use the mouse to move my money around, just like I use the racket to move the ball around. Plus, Wood Forest National Bank gives me exactly what I need in tennis.
What's that?
The advantage.
And your most recent position was?
Professional mattress flipper.
And you're unemployed because?
Simmons mattresses. You don't need to flip them, so no flip.
No kidding. Take a seat.
Flip no more. Your local dealer has your Simmons mattress. Simmons' patented layered design enhances durability. So, no more flip. We're your partners for better sleep.
Behind them is a snippy maitre d' and a wilted Caesar. In front of them is a family drama playing itself out. But right now, life is perfect. Thanks to a full moon, a powerful engine, and the Autobahn-tested suspension of the Acura RL.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas, the West Side Tennis Club, site of this year's event. And certainly one of the highlights is this place. This is the Player Lounge, which also has for many years been the Rockets, the Houston Rockets NBA basketball practice facility. But during the tournament, players are here, media here. It's a tremendous place just to relax. And right before this match, I happened to walk in there and caught Andy Roddick throwing up some hoops. He's a pretty good long shot. He'd be a three-pointer for sure.
Yeah, his brothers are here, John and Lawrence as well, and those guys are all good athletes. So they were shooting baskets, playing ping pong. It's the Roddick family here this week, and they've been a great support team for him.
See 15 love. That'll go long. Well, Jim McInvale, who's the entrepreneur, founder, owner of this great facility, who we talked to yesterday, Leaf said, heck, he built that facility in 3 months, and he's going to build a brand new stadium right here for the Masters Cup in November, which is coming here to this club. Should be a tremendous event. The top 8 players in the world will be here in November. And Agassi now quickly to 40 love. We're in Houston, Texas at the West Side Tennis Club, bringing you the championship match of the U.S. men's clay courts. Andre Agassi, the #1 player in the world, going against Andy Roddick, I should say. I'm Barry McKay with Leaf Shires, bringing you the action. So Agassi just missing over the baseline. Score 2-3, first set. Roddick up, but no service breaks. And Agassi holds. We are at 3 games all, first set.
Now here's a look at the ATP Champions race. The points accumulated by all the players. Andre Agassi on top with his Australian Open win. Andy Roddick down at 6th place. The plenty of fine players. Carlos Moya, winning in Barcelona recently, and Rainer Schuttler, Australian Open finalist, the top 3. So that is going to be a heated affair that runs all the way through the end of the year.
Look at the angle. Tremendous angle by Agassi. To me, that's one of his great talents, to cut the court off like that so short.
Yeah, when you play Andre Agassi, the court down on his end starts looking pretty small, you know, because you're doing most of the running. And he seems to be hitting into an ocean, so you're doing all the work.
Well, he opens the court up so much with that big short angle. See if he can keep it up. Tried it again, a little too much.
Yeah, that was a great point from Roddick, though. Very impressive exchange off the backhand, because Agassi did a good job getting that first serve back. As you can see, Roddick protecting his serve so well, but look at who's right behind him. The A-Train.
To go long with another big serve. Well, it was not an ace. It brought the error. 30-15. That's another deceptive thing about a big server. He might have 10 aces, but he's probably got another 10 points where he wins it easily. Ooh, just wide. We're having a look over at Norm Christ. He's on the edge of his seat, and he'll get down now and check this call. Very close on that sideline. Yeah, he verifies it.
You can see that the ball leaves an impression, and that is evidence of where the ball's landed. And of course, in tennis, on a clay court, you can go inspect that mark. Can't do it on a hard court, however.
He stays alive here in the 7th game.
It's so much fun to watch Agassi because he builds such a good foundation with his legs. You know, a lot of the work he does off court, he concentrates on his legs. He doesn't get up in the air like a lot of guys. He instead likes to be on the ground, using that upper body torque. Very solid player.
Oh, Roddick going for a big second serve on a huge point. Serves his first double of the match.
You talk about the work that Roddick and Agassi both do. Agassi, when he first started working at Gil Ray's, he was benching 135 pounds. Now Agassi's throwing up 325 pounds.
Close to what you do, isn't it?
That's how much I weigh. But I mean, Agassi is easily the most powerful man in tennis. I mean, he is just a rock.
Ace number 7 for Roddick. Andre has yet to get on the board there. And a miss hit off the two-hander. And Andy Roddick holds in a big hand for the defending champion. Stay with us. We're in Houston. U.S. men's clay courts. 4-3. Andy Roddick up now in the first set here at the U.S. men's clay courts. Well, Andre Agassi's been here in Houston a couple times, but here was a great moment. Agassi with the Yao Ming. This was before Yao became a Houston Rocket, but you know, everybody's short compared to that guy.
Yeah, Agassi just under 6 feet, but
yeah,
looking pretty small next to that man.
Yao Ming. 4-3. Roddick up. Oh, no call. Andre having a look at it. Hit right on the line. These lines imported as well. Very similar, in fact, identical to the tiles that you'll see at the Roland Garros facility in Paris. Not long from now, about a month from now, at the French Open. Oh, Agassi missing again with that two-hander. His 9th unforced error of the match. Now a big chance here for Roddick. 3-4, love 30. Oh, another huge opportunity for Andy Roddick. 3 break points. What do you think, Leaf? He just keeps the ball in play here as we look at his coach. Broken at love in the 8th game of the set. He now leads 5-3 and will serve for the first set.
Yeah, and what a time for it. And I think a key there was that Roddick was able to play with the new tennis balls. They changed new balls, and the balls really flew out here in the breeze.
Good point, Leaf. Yeah.
He took some big swings, and the ball really took off. And you can see he has yet to win a set. So this is a big step for Roddick right here, this service game.
Slice will go long.
And that's a good example of how when you play with new tennis balls, if you're not careful, the ball can float on you. That time, that underspin backhand just floated on Roddick.
They change after 7 games and then 9 after that. Open court, Roddick rolls the forehand. Now Andy Roddick 3 points away from the first set he has won against Andre Agassi. There are 3 meetings.
That's a nice combination from Roddick. Big heavy serve, backing it up with a heavy forehand.
Just over the baseline, that ball hit the top of the net. Leaf, he had the winner.
Yeah, and that tells you something about how the ball is moving through the air here. I mean, this is a pretty good approach from Agassi. And look at this. I mean, he hit that so hard, it carried over the baseline.
Man, that was close. I think Andre thought for a moment he was in big trouble. Look right back with ace number 8. And now Andy Roddick at set point. Roddick has won his first set in the 3 meetings prior that they have had. Well, Andre Agassi has had some wonderful moments in his illustrious career, and we had a chance to catch up with him. And here are some moments from Andre Agassi.
Just a dream come true. My first Grand Slam, 3 Slam finals before I finally won. Was favored in all my Slam finals except that one, so it was one of those that sort of surprised me in a way that it's like a dream coming true. I remember the story that goes along with it, which is where I was going into it, you know, and it'd been a long year. I'd come off wrist surgery about a year earlier, a little bit less, and it wasn't a great year, but I started getting my game together and was unseated and went through the field there. It was incredible feeling. Well, playing Pete and playing Rafter down there were some of the most memorable matches I've ever had. 95 against Pete in the finals down there, 2000 with Rafter and Pete, 2001, it's, you know, you'll never forget those moments. That was the best. I mean, for me, it doesn't get better than winning the one you never won. And I had been in the finals 10 years earlier, 2 times in a row, and waited a long time for that, and come back from 2 sets to love. I'll never forget that day.
Well, a big moment last night, Leaf, as he became again the #1 player in the world, and they gave him about a 5-minute standing ovation here. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's a special player, and every time he takes the court these days, he's creating more special moments. I mean, this is our greatest attraction in tennis right here. This is the man that we all come to see.
His work is cut out for him today on the red clay here in Houston, which is imported from one of his favorite venues, Roland Garros in Paris. And now Agassi down a set. Roddick trying to wrap up his 3rd consecutive U.S. clay court title here in Houston. He is undefeated. Roddick is right here. Love 15. Goes back with one of his best serves down the center. 15 all.
And as great a player as Roddick is on the court, excuse me, Agassi is on the court, he's even a better citizen off it. He's just doing so many great things, not only for the city of Las Vegas, but for the young people there.
He always seems to have time, doesn't he? It's really great for the game. Again with that error off the two-hander. He's having more trouble with that two-hander today, Leaf, than we've seen him all year long.
Yeah, I wonder whether, he's just had a little hangover from the euphoria of last night. He clinches the #1. You can see his focus is just not as tight as it was in the previous few matches.
That's wide again.
Unable to pull the trigger.
He's playing very smart like now. Andy Roddick just keeping that ball in play, not trying to do too much with it. Break point, Roddick, first game, second set. That would go long, and Agassi loses his serve in the opening game of the second set. Roddick with the break. Americans have done pretty well coming into this event, Leaf. Here's a look at them in the top 100.
Yeah, we had 4 in the quarterfinals. Agassi and Roddick, the only ones getting through. Blake, Marty Fish, unable to advance, but certainly strong representation. Americans in the top 100.
Taylor Dent there at 39. He's going to move up this year. Played some brilliant tennis there in Memphis earlier. Knocking off Andy Roddick. And now Roddick gets a big hand as he moves over to serve with the break and with a set. Double fault #2.
Well, Roddick has avoided that kind of trouble. That's how he got into trouble in the semifinals against the Frenchman, Moutis. And Agassi unable to get around that second serve, and that tells you something about how tough Roddick is on that second delivery. Here is Jerry Roddick and his dad.
Go long.
Jerry and Blanche Roddick celebrated their 37th wedding anniversary this week. So, big week for the Roddick family. There is Blanche.
Pretty good ping pong player, I'll tell you. We've watched her a couple times in there with Andy. Roddick takes the short ball, knocks it off. So Roddick 1 point away from a 2-love lead here.
And you can see even Agassi is really struggling the serving from Roddick. And that ball is just ricocheting off the deck here.
It's good. Another error, and so Andy Roddick holds. He leads 2-love. Second set. Agassi really having trouble now. Fairly easy forehand into the middle of the net. And love 15. Again.
Now this is a must game for Agassi. He's already down a set and a bust. He doesn't want to go down a second break of serve. You can see how the struggles have come for Andre Agassi.
12 off that backhand alone. Oh! Agassi going for it all cross court, and now another huge opportunity for Andy Roddick. Triple break point. Third game, second set. Drop shot. Yes. Roddick gave it his all. Big slide there, about 10 feet.
Well, Agassi not having much luck off the ground, so he changes things up, just undercutting that ball perfectly at the last second.
It's a smart play, you know. I mean, nothing else is working right now. Why not try the drop shot? And it worked. That's good. Just inside that sideline, and Agassi stays alive now in this third game, but still break point for Roddick.
Well, this is the kind of situation where if Agassi can survive this, he can maybe mount a charge.
And he does right there, Leaf, at least to get to deuce. 3 great points from Agassi.
Yeah, backing up the serve beautifully with some forehand pressure. Bread and butter play from Agassi.
That's good. Right in the corner. And from love 40 down, Agassi now with a chance to hold.
Now this forehand he finds the range on. Nice short backswing. Perfectly placed.
And there it is. Agassi gets out of trouble. A huge hand for the #1 player here in Houston. Last year, right here in Houston, Andy Roddick taking on the great Pete Sampras. 14 Grand Slam titles for Sampras. It was a very tight first set. Look at Sampras, Leaf. He was tough.
Yeah, Sampras played so strongly throughout that entire week, including beating Agassi in the semifinal.
But Roddick came roaring back, and it was all Andy Roddick after that. And he beat Pete Sampras in straight sets. For his second title here in Houston, he is undefeated on this center court. Back live now, over 5,000 packed into this beautiful stadium called the Wood Forest Stadium Court, 15-love. Oh, missed it off that backhand.
And you can see Agassi struggling just a little bit with that heavy topspin off the Roddick ground strokes. He's just unable to time those backhands right.
27th unforced error for Agassi. Only 6 winners. Roddick quickly now to 40 love. Big high bouncer. No. Right, a risky little drop shot. Fairly routine shot, but does not work. Another look at that high bouncer. Look at the way Agassi handles this shot. And Roddick had plenty of time, but elected to go for the drop shot. Still game point. That will go long. And so Roddick holds 3-1, second set.
The Best Damn Sports Show period presents the 24th annual Sports Emmy Awards. Join host Joe Buck with special appearances by Michael Strahan, Hall of Famers Dr. J, Don Shula, and many more. The 24th annual Sports Emmy Awards tonight, following tennis on the East Coast and everywhere else at 6 p.m. local on Fox Sports Net.
That two-hander.
Yeah, and there really has been that element of control that you really seem to count on when you watch Andre Agassi, but he just hasn't been able to really keep the ball where he wants it.
Agassi with his first ace of the match. Big twister, high bouncer out wide. 30 love.
Forehand caromed right off the line.
Very close as Roddick has a look over there. Yeah, you can see that one spin off.
And that's a tough ball just to get back into play, much less take a full swing off him. Skids off the line.
Well, he's down 40 love. Why not go for it?
Yeah, he's improving that backhand. I mean, he takes this early. Nice short backswing.
Agassi, ace number 2 out wide, and so Agassi hangs in. Roddick up 3-2, second set. Andy, Andre, we love you both. Boy, that's quite a spot there. And there are a lot of signs around the grounds here. I'll tell you, this is an active group of tennis enthusiasts in Houston. They come early and stay late.
Well, one of the few times this match where Agassi has gotten ahead on the Roddick serve.
It's true. Well, that third game when Roddick could have gone up 3 love, come back to haunt him here. Second serve, love 15. No. Roddick with another error off the big forehand, and now this crowd gets behind Agassi. They want him back in this match. Love 30. He knew he was going to go for a big one. 134 miles per hour. It's a fault. Agassi with a big opening there. Catches the net once again.
Well, at this point, looming large here.
Yeah.
If Agassi gets it, he's got a couple break points. Chance now on the second serve.
No. Oh, pulls it wide.
Boy, right on the line, that second serve. Can't hit it better than that.
Maybe the best second serve Roddick has hit all day. And a great time for it, down 15-30. 30 all. Right down the center.
Yeah, smart play from Roddick. He took some pace off that. Just said, okay, I'm going to put this one in the box.
His 9th ace of the match. That's wide. Didn't miss by much. Oh. Roddick two-hander goes long. We're in Houston, Texas at the Westside Tennis Club championship match of the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championships. I'm Barry McKay along with Lee Shirus. Bringing you the action is Andre Agassi. Down a set now to Andy Roddick and down 3-2. The second set. Look at it. He puts that ball away cross court.
A great effort from Agassi just to get the serve back into play. And boy, now he comes up with some real magic. That's a tough shot to make that ball curl down on the way. And here's the finisher coming right at us.
A fault now, a big chance for Agassi. You will hear a roar if Agassi wins this point. And he does. And his crowd on its feet. And Agassi is roaring back in this second set.
Yeah, and really the first moments where Agassi has, stepped up his level of play. I mean, he was down a set and a break. He sensed he had to come up with something big, and he delivered.
3 games all, second set.
But that's the nature of a great champion. They expect to win, and they're going to figure out a way to get that done every time they step on the court. Here is Agassi trying to play his way back into this match.
And that great running forehand leaf that set up that passing shot, maybe the best shot he's hit all week long, under pressure. Second serve now, 7th game, second set. That's wide. Agassi, a little power now. 15 love.
Yeah, and even great champions need a little boost of confidence, and just getting that break back. You can see it in Agassi's length off the ground. All of a sudden, the backhand looking good.
Roddick gets into another one of those two-handers down the line. Like you said, Leaf, that's becoming one of his weapons. That's just too good. Former President George Bush, Barbara enjoying the tennis.
And again, just perfect execution. Again, good foundation with the legs. Good strong hit in the hands.
The high bouncing twist serve. Deep to that two-hander.
Yeah, it's almost a second serve.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important that you serve with variety. Don't deliver the same serve every time.
Roddick calls off with that forehand return right on the baseline. Would you say he took a little chance with that return?
Yeah, he cracked it.
Agassi puts away the overhead. And Agassi now up 4-3, second set. Stay with us. We're at the U.S. men's clay courts. Andre Agassi up now 4-3 in the second set. He lost the first to Andy Roddick here in Houston. Around the world, over in Barcelona. Carlos Moya winning it over Murat Safenleaf, and very interesting result there.
Yeah, it was. And Moya's been playing some great tennis this season. He's really showing that he is back where he used to be back in 2000 when he got to #1 in the world. So Moya a real threat with the clay court season looming.
And the Bryan twins are over in Barcelona. We saw their dad today, Wayne Bryan. The Bryans won the doubles over there. #2 team in the world. They're making great progress.
Yeah, and their 10th victory surpassed Tim and Tom Gullickson as the brothers team that have won the most titles.
They're working on it. Big chance now for Agassi, who was down 2-love and almost down 3-love to Roddick. Here he is up 4-3 and with a chance to break. Love 15. Drop shot. It's good. Agassi scrambles up, makes the play, and makes a good shot up the line.
That's right, and that's why you scramble. You put your opponent in a position, hey, can you win the point? And I'll tell you, this is a great actor, Chuck Norris, and I would think that would be, today, he's Walker, Texas Ranger, because he is in Texas.
Agassi again, a brilliant shot cross court off that forehand.
Well, it is just so tough to attack Andre Agassi when you're never sure which side to go into. He was missing the forehand earlier, but that time he ripped it cross court.
Now 3 big chances, triple break point. It's going to go wide, and Agassi breaks at love. Unbelievable comeback from 2-love down, and now Agassi will serve for the second set.
Well, we talked how Roddick was up 6-3, 2-0, and then had love 40. 3 break points on Agassi to go up 6-3, 3-0, 2 breaks. When he didn't capitalize there, I think Agassi sensed he still had a chance. And boy, is he taking full advantage. 4 straight games now.
And Agassi 6 out of 6 when he gets up to net. Andy has only won 1 of 8 times, a very telling stat. Go long. Amazingly, the Agassi right now, as opposed to like 6 games ago, he's hitting with authority, a lot of pace, depth, no errors.
He's just tightened up his focus, and he's just seeing the ball, hitting it a little bit better. Even great players have to find their rhythm, and he has found it.
Will go long. Now Agassi 2 points away, 30-love. Andre has won the last 7 points in a row. Darren Cahill, great Australian, his coach, who has done wonders this year. Ace number 3. And now Agassi at set point. The high bouncer and a little skip from Agassi as he holds at love. We are dead even here in Houston. Agassi has evened this match. When we come back, we'll play 1 set for the title. Andre Agassi has come back to even this match at a set apiece here in Houston. Well, Sunday night at the start of this event, some fun out here in Houston as Andy Roddick playing with the great basketball Clyde Drexler. And there's Dr. Phil with Andre Agassi. Here's Clyde Drexler. Not a bad looking motion on that serve, Lee.
That's right, Clyde Drexler, a man who plays his tennis here at the West Side Tennis Club.
Doctor.
Former Houston Rocket. And check out this volley from the man they call
yes.
Clyde.
And Drexler puts one away on Agassi. And so Dr. Phil and Agassi having a good time on center court. This all happened last Sunday night. I wonder if Andre asked Dr. Phil some advice on how to handle Steffi in regards to that mixed doubles over in Paris.
Yeah, that's a tender subject from what I understand. That,
I don't think he's making much progress.
No,
Third set now. First game here. Roddick. A few errors creeping into that forehand.
After winning the Australian Open, Agassi said, well, perhaps I'll get my wife Steffi out to play mixed doubles at the French. Well, I'm not sure that was too well received back at the home front. Steffi so far unwilling to commit to playing mixed doubles.
Well, he said he's making progress. She just ignores him now. Misses it wide.
Well, one of the few times he has not converted on the pass. I mean, he set this up perfectly. He's got the open spot, just pulls it into the alley. He's got the ball on a string right now.
That's your first point. Roddick has won on his own serve. He lost 8 in a row. No, fault.
See why Roddick is so tough on this court. He's undefeated, 16-0 here. The ball just caroms so high off the clay when he winds up and plays with that heavy topspin.
A little bit of wind now coming from behind Roddick. Gave him a good shot at that last ball.
Nice conversion there from Roddick. Never seen him play so many backhands so confidently down the line. Looking good.
I think this is a crucial game too, Leaf. He's kind of lost momentum Roddick has. He needs to get back on track right here. That'll go wide. And so Roddick holds in the first game of the final set. Roddick 1-love.
And earlier today, the men's doubles was decided. They played it before the singles final. And there is the doubles champion, Mark Knowles and Daniel Nestor. Mark Knowles out of Canada, out of the Bermuda, and Daniel Nestor out of Canada. So the clay court champions, and they earned a nice check as well.
It's a good atmosphere too, Leaf. You know, I walked in here a couple hours before this championship singles, and the place was packed, all coming out to watch that doubles. I think most of the people in the stands, and I hope a lot of our viewers, are doubles players.
That's right.
1-love for Roddick. Final set.
You look at some of the great tennis cities in this country. Houston is certainly one of them. Atlanta is another. Los Angeles is a big tennis town, as is most of Southern California, but certainly this city really supports its tennis, and obviously this week evidence of it.
Good. Roddick staying with him now. A little more pace off that forehand. Inside-out two-hander there from Agassi.
Yeah, Agassi really working his magic, forcing Roddick into some awkward situations.
deception from Agassi. Roddick thought he was going to go back to the backhand side, and at the last moment, Agassi drags that forehand cross court. 40-15.
Agassi on the move there. It was a tricky shot. And there really is a talent to moving on a clay tennis court. You really have to move on top of the surface. There's so much loose material that it's quite a slippery surface. So you have to work your feet so hard to get yourself to the hit. So Agassi levels things at 1 game all.
And don't forget the 24th Annual Sports Emmy Awards tonight following tennis on the East Coast and everywhere else at 6 p.m. local on Fox Sports Net.
Recently, Randy Johnson, the pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks, offered $55,000 for a tennis lesson from Andre Agassi.
No kidding.
Yeah, and the money would go to the Andre Agassi Foundation. I'll tell you, people want to know the secrets that he has, because he's certainly doing some great things. Great gesture from Randy Johnson, a future Hall of Famer.
It's about 3 innings of work for Randy, isn't it? 10th ace. Hit will go long. Roddick coming back to life here early in the third. 40.
Yes, Andy.
And Roddick up again with a 124 miles per hour. Andy Roddick, 2-1 final set. We are in Houston at the Westside Tennis Club. A bit of a warm day here, 88 on that courtside thermometer. These folks very coolly dressed. Not an empty seat in the house. Over 5,000 here, and they'll have a lot more this fall for the Masters Cup, which is going to be hosted right here by Jim McIngvale and the entire crew. They're going to build a brand new stadium right on this site. It'll be a hard court. And then November 8th through the 16th. The top 8 players in the world will arrive in Houston. But that's a long way from now. The number 1 player happens to be right here. Agassi down love 15 and down 1-2. Good. No call, right on the sideline. Best rally of the match right there.
Yeah, that really was. Great variety from Roddick. I think he's played such a smart match himself. He is throwing everything he can at Agassi to try and disrupt the world number 1's rhythm. And it's been working. He's worked hard to do it. He looks fit.
15 all. They go long. Agassi now 30-15. 4th game, final set. Agassi up 40-15. We're in Houston, Texas at the Westside Tennis Club, bringing you championship action on the U.S. men's clay courts. Agassi losing the first set to Andy Roddick, coming back to win the second 6-3, and now at game point to try and get to 2-all in the final set. Drop shot. And Roddick says, I cannot get to that ball. Beautiful disguise leaf on that drop shot from Agassi.
Yeah, that's a virtuoso performance right there. Look at that, just cutting underneath it.
Ooh.
Just opened the club face on that sand wedge.
Exactly.
Just slid underneath it perfectly.
2 games all, final set. That was called a fault by Norm Christ in the chair. Let's listen.
And it looks like there is a mark showing that it was indeed out.
Yep. Andre points to the mark. Agassi accepts it quickly. Christ, one of the true experienced umpires up there.
That's it.
Yes. All set up with a drop shot again.
Yeah, this just not able to do enough with this shot. You can see Agassi's in position. I tell you, when he gets his feet set, he's got to be on the move, ready to react.
Andre has another quick look at that ball down the middle. Ace number 11 for Roddick.
You can see why Roddick is so tough on this court. I mean, that ball just shooting through so quickly.
Not an ace, but unreturnable at 131 miles per hour. Oh, yes. Roddick just watched it go over. He was moving forward, leaf just at the moment Agassi hit that lob.
Again, attacking cross court is a little bit dangerous here. You can see he's got the full length of the court to lob into.
Wow.
That is a big overhead, isn't it?
Oh.
Man, he just hammered it. Very strong going back to that. Used his legs well.
With the deep return, catches Roddick.
You know, this is getting good. You just sense that in the final set, both guys are playing well. You know, Agassi did not play well in the second. Roddick struggled in the second. Now both are going at it toe to toe.
It's a fault. Big error from Roddick, a wide open court, goes for a little too much, and now Agassi at break point. Let and a fault. Drop shot. Perfect. Absolutely perfect from Agassi on the drop shot. And from out of nowhere, Agassi now with a break. Stay with us. We're in Houston. Westside Tennis Club championship match. The last point of that last game. Watch the drop shot from Agassi. It is absolutely perfect. In about a foot square just inside the net to give him the break.
Yeah, and Roddick was on the baseline. He still got beat by it. It was that good a shot.
So now Agassi with the break in the final set, up 3-2. Suddenly somebody has run out to the umpire's chair. Talked to Norm Christ. Not sure what that's about, Lee. Maybe we'll find out briefly. It was the side linesman. Look at the winners and errors. good. Just over the baseline from Roddick.
Now that was a bit of bad luck for Roddick. You know, he hit that forehand so well, and he played such a good point.
Quality of tennis is definitely coming on now.
Oh yeah, these guys are really going at it. He's a little bit far back behind the baseline, but you know, that's a shot he can make.
Don't forget the 24th Annual Sports Emmy Awards tonight, following tennis on the East Coast and everywhere else at 6 p.m. local on Fox Sports Net. Agassi, 30 love. Just missing wide. Spins it out there, 94 miles per hour. Nice change up on that second serve. I think Roddick thought he was going forehand again, Lee.
Yeah, that was just a great second serve from Agassi. Not much you can do.
Now game point for Andre to go up 4-2 in this final set.
Just maintained his composure so well today.
And there it is. Agassi holds at love. And now Andre Agassi 2 games away from this title.
Is this guy the consummate pro or what? Down a set and a break, down other break points to go down 2 breaks.
Yeah.
Yet he just hung tough. He just kept doing what he does. And, you can't say enough about him.
Former President Bush there leaning into this match now a little bit.
What is his secret? How does he do it?
He's a tennis fan. He was here early.
Well, President Bush, you know, a good friend of Pam Shriver. I know Pam Shriver used to come to the White House and play a lot of tennis.
Yeah.
Bjorn Borg as well.
We saw him playing tennis with Chris Everett up at Newport a couple years ago. That was quite a sight. He's not a bad player. Loves the game. Agassi just lifts that 2-hander now into the open court. Now Andre with a big opportunity. Love 30.
Yeah, the cross court gave him a chance for that opening there.
Too good. Roddick, beautiful timing on that lob.
Yeah, and Roddick sensed that he had to create something. He wasn't having any luck hitting from the back, so he tried the drop shot, and that is just a superb topspin lob.
Big point too. Could have been down love 40. Who has not had many errors off that forehand side in this third set. 30 all.
What a second serve that was. Right on the center line, and it bounced about 12, 15 feet up in the air.
Serve, a very crucial game. Stay with us. 4-3 Agassi, final set. (4-3) Andre Agassi, final set. And Leaf, I'll tell you something, this has been a topsy-turvy match. 2 love in that second set. Roddick almost had it put away.
Yeah, big chances for Roddick. And I think Agassi really just not getting out of the blocks. I think last night when he secured the #1 ranking, a very emotional moment for him. And I think it took him a while to find his feet here underneath him.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot, my old buddy. What do you think? Who's going to win this match right now?
Well, I think Agassi is such a great front runner. I just feel like he's got it to close out now.
4-3 Agassi with the break, final set. Ooh, close. It's good. point. Both players using the whole court. This crowd eats it up.
Yeah, this match is only getting better every point we play. And here's Agassi trying to play something short. He's had success, but that time Roddick, the approach shot was too good. Very deep in the court.
Love 15. Big points now. Final set. Left first serve. Agassi will have 2. Catches him going to the right.
Yeah, and now it's Roddick's turn to show great composure. I mean, he's just playing some very solid points right here. He's worked the point well. Now he's got the short ball, and he's able to hurt Agassi with the forehand. Look at the preparation. Nice little turn and the whip.
Now this crowd pulling for Roddick to get the break and even this match. Love 30. Agassi, when he needs it out wide, the spinner.
That was a slider. A slider.
That thing really took off.
Yeah, that had plenty of curve on it. He hit the court and just coursed out wide.
15-30. Too good. Inside out forehand. Perfect shot.
You know, that's always been Agassi's bread and butter. Really, he set the standard for what 21st century tennis is all about. That forehand inside out, ripped with power.
So from love 30 down, Agassi brings it even. 30 all. No, it's long. Just over that baseline.
Yeah, Roddick just has not had enough luck here in the last set. It was a good aggressive return. He just overhit it. And the ball carried over the baseline. This is a big point for him. He's got to get back even here.
Big serve. Short return. No. Catches Roddick, overhits it. And Agassi from love 30 down. Hold serve. Now Agassi 1 game away from the title.
Well, what a recovery from Agassi. He was in a bit of crisis there, down love 30. But again, his serve helped get him back into it by setting up the ground strokes. Clutch tennis from the world's best.
Just wide. It's good. And those are superb shots from both players just inside that sideline. Fall. Don't tell me it was good. It was. The safe call out there from the linesman.
Now that is just sublime, isn't it?
Look at this shot up the line. Oh, wow.
Baseline to baseline.
Oh. That's wide. Roddick in with a huge second serve ace, his 12th of the match. racket on that. Not a clean ace, but unreturnable. Game point. Roddick. Goes long, and Roddick hangs in, holds serve. It doesn't get better than this. Stay with us. When we return, Agassi serves for the title. Houston, Texas, the Westside Tennis Club, as Andre Agassi, who regained the #1 spot in the world last night, now serves for the title here. He was down a set and down 2-love and 1 point away from being down 3-love here. He now serves for the U.S. Clay Court Championship against Andy Roddick, who has never lost a match here in Houston. Goes long, Agassi 3 points away, 15-love. High bouncer. Now 30-love.
Yeah, and in that situation, it takes so much composure because you want to just step up there and bust an ace. And instead, Agassi throws in that nice curveball, high bouncing. Very smart serve.
And he goes wide with his 4th ace of the match, and what a time for it. Takes him to triple championship point. That is incredible, Leaf. Talk about mixing it up. Just missed out wide. He went for it, 110 miles per hour. And Agassi with a second serve ace has done it. Tremendous comeback from a set down and 2-love. Darren Cahill, his coach. A standing O for Andre. The traditional 4 bows with kisses to this great audience here in Houston. Stay with us. Andre Agassi, the champion of the U.S. Clay Court Champions here from the Westside Tennis Club. He has done it. He's the #1 player in the world, and we'll talk to him when we return to Houston. Agassi, the winner. Agassi, the winner here in Houston. Final score 3-6, 6-3, and 6-4. Let's go down with Leif Shiras, who has the runner-up. Leif?
Thank you, Barry. Andy, you've got another fan here, obviously. Hey, congratulations on a great final. Boy, you had some chances there in the second. All of a sudden, Andre just seemed to turn it on.
Yeah, I had him on the ropes a little bit, but the reason he's the best player in the world is because he can come up with a drop shot winner on the run down the line and just crank out on the forehand when he hadn't been hitting it well all day. So, it's just I had to take my chances, but he came up big.
I really feel like watching you play your game is growing in so many ways. Do you feel like, even though you went down today, that this was a big step for you?
Well, it's the closest I've ever come against Andre. He didn't totally wipe my clock this time, so.
Well, this court has been very good to you, and it's certainly given you a boost going into the rest of the clay court season. What are your aspirations going into the rest of the season?
Yeah, I was playing pretty badly when I came here, and I was able to win a couple matches just like last year. And this is definitely a great stepping stone for American players going over to Europe, and I can't wait to come back for many years.
Andy, it was a great day for American tennis.
Thank you.
All right. Andre, man, this has been a special week for you. I have to tell you, you were on the ropes, down a set and a bust, and points to go down 2 breaks. How did you Houdini this one?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still a bit numb, to be quite honest. Andy kept me from being comfortable out here for most of the match. And early in the second set, like you said, I was down some big points, which would have given him plenty enough to close out the match. But sometimes you just rather be lucky, and today was a little bit of that.
Well, you were the consummate pro. You kept it together, and you put in so much work off court. And it seems to show so much when you're on court.
Well, you have to. I mean, really, if you're not going forward, you're going backwards. And I especially at this age, I got to make sure my body's feeling good and strong. But I got to come out here and I got to make somebody earn it against me. And today I was just hanging on, and things happened to fall right for me.
Any sense of perspective when you won your first clay court championship in '88? Roddick was 5 years old.
You had to go and say something like that, huh? I've always said inside these lines, there's no such thing as age. It doesn't matter. I don't see it. When I look across the net and see Andy over there, I think of myself as either being 22 or him as being 32. Either way, we're both out here trying to get the job done, and had a good one today.
Well, you move and you're as strong as a 22-year-old. This has to give you a boost again, going into the clay court season. You're going to lead the Americans over into Europe and the clay. What are your aspirations there?
Well, looks can be deceiving, I put off a good bluff out here. This is a great way to get the clay season started. I mean, for me, it's a different chapter going from hard court to clay. No matter how well you play at the start of the year, you got to adjust your game, adjust everything, and prove yourself out here on the dirt, because there's a lot of different aspects of the game that you have to get ready for. And this is just a great week for me to do that. I feel like I played 5 real great matches, and now we head over and start playing the bigger ones. So hopefully I'll play as well as I did here.
Andre, congratulations. A special week for you.
Thanks so much, Lee. Thanks.
All right, Barry, back up to you.
All right, a very happy Andre Agassi. We'll be back with more. And don't forget the 24th Annual Sports Emmy Awards tonight. Following tennis coming right up on the East Coast and everywhere else at 6 p.m. local on Fox Sports Net. A look at our final stats. They are very telling, as Roddick with 49 unforced errors, Agassi with 43. And obviously some break chances there, which Agassi completed 3 of 3. Very telling. When the chips are down, Agassi seems to come through very well. And another big one, net points. Andre goes to net 7 times in this match, wins 6 of those 7 points. So he picks his spots very well when he goes into net. And so Andre Agassi, another fabulous week. He retained the #1 ranking in the world last night, regained it, I should say. And we'll be back with more from the West Side Tennis Club and the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championship. Stay with us.